Here we have a 1980 Honda Trail 110. From 1980 to 86, Honda made these bikes. They sold them worldwide. In the United States, they're only available in one color, red. You could get them in a couple other colors in Australia. And they actually rode these bikes all the way until 2006 in Australia. They call them posties. That, with Honda making this vehicle all the way until 2006, you can still get tons of OEM parts. So if you're going to restore these Honda 90s or Honda 110s, the Honda 110s are much better to do because you can get tons of OEM Honda parts. This bike right here has $1,400 in OEM Honda parts. The only non-OEM parts on this bike are the shocks, front shocks, new generic front shocks, and then heavy duty generic rear shocks. That is a generic rear sprocket. All the rest of the parts on the bike, OEM. Every little piece of rubber, hand grips, this little piece of rubber here. There's little rubber elements over the turn signals. Those are all replaced. The speedometer gasket, speedometer cable, new mirrors. These tires came off a 2022 Honda Trail 125. If you notice the color, kind of tried to copy the color of that new bike. That 2023 Honda 125 has a little bit more of an eggshell color to it. This has more of like a military or gold hue to the green. And this is also matte versus the 2023 is gloss. This decal right here though is the 2023 Honda decal. All the rest of the decals are the 1980 decals. And this one right here is red like the 2023. Underneath the seat here, the gas tanks on these bikes are teeny little 1 1/4 or 1.5 gallon gas tanks. You get about 110 miles per gallon. OEM little cushions here. This is an OEM brand new Honda seat. Back rack painted matte black, Harley Davidson matte black. The gas tank here, the spare auxiliary gas tank, wicked cool. I would not put gas in this. It would just be a mess. And at 110 miles per gallon, there's really no reason to. What you're supposed to do, you're not supposed to crack it and pour out of there. Crack the cap, take this little hose, and then you pour the hose in the tank. It gives you an extra, I don't know, half a gallon of gas, so it could get you 40-50 miles. And when you're parked in a big city, you can take your helmet, and right here you slip your helmet through there and you can lock it to the bike. Flip the bike around so we can see the other side here. Cool little heat shield on the mufflers. I put muffler wrap in there. There's an OEM donut, but I put wrap instead. I'm leaving the tape on the things you touch and right here because that gets scratched up really bad if you take this cover on and off. And it will obviously look way cooler if you take this stuff off, but I just really want to leave it on there to show how clean of a job we did on putting everything together, because every time you touch something like that you're going to scratch it no matter what. Even my big BMW bike, the foot pegs are all scratched up. 1980 Honda Trail 110, CT110, everything on this bike works. If you choke it here, should kick over one kick. It idles fast on the choke. It is a kind of cool morning in Montana. These small motors do take a long time to warm up, but you might have the idle dialed in there. Turn signals, indicator light works on the dash, indicator works there and there, and if you get a little more gas, a little brighter. Your headlights, high and low, works. Neutral light indicator works. Brake light. On and off. 1980 Honda Trail CT110, military green, matte military green, matte Harley Davidson black. There you go.